copyright laws. Morning! I have a couple projects that I was wanting to do today, but this field that we run some tile in we got some rain and it is like muddy. So I'm kind of thinking I want this to dry up a little bit. I have like 3 ditches to clean out, and I have one more drain tile to put in. And I think I'm gonna wait. I started working on the big tractor yesterday, servicing it and changing the oil, things like that, and I got it pretty much done. I need to run over it with the grease gun and do a couple little things with that, but I also need to get the scrapers on the disc, and I think I'm gonna go work on equipment in the barn and let this dry up a little bit and maybe hit this tomorrow is my guess. So I guess we'll go to the barn. I got the big tractor in here, I got it greased, checked the tire pressures. I'm still having an issue with the inside dual of this tire right here. It's still going flat on me. So I'm gonna end up having to call the tire company to come out and fix that. But everything was going smoothly until I looked at the hydraulic fluid level and it was low. And it's like, okay, well, usually I gotta top off the hydraulic fluid once a year anyway, minimum, unless we blow a line or whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll go over there. Grab some out of the 55-gallon drum, we'll top it off. Yeah, the drum's empty. Unbeknownst to me, it's empty. So I was digging through my buckets I have over there, and I found one 5-gallon bucket of hydraulic fluid. So I dumped that in there, and it's still low. So I called and ordered a barrel. So it should be here today or tomorrow. But we'll see. I'm guessing it might be here today, because where we order our hydraulic fluid from they're very fast. It's the same place we get our diesel fuel from. Like when we call them, they give you well, we'll be out there sometime this week. It's like, okay, no rush. And they're out here that afternoon. So honestly, I'm expecting it this afternoon, but realistically, might not show up till tomorrow. And John Deere, this is one of the stupidest designs you've ever made, because you have to remove this panel to fill the hydraulic fluid. Yeah, it's ignorant. And there's 5 screws that hold it in, so you got to take out the 5 bolts, remove the panel just to access the fill. It's ignorant. All right, other than waiting on the hydraulic fluid, the tractor is ready to go. I put 221 gallons of fuel in it to top it off. So it's got a full tank of diesel fuel, not gas, sorry. And it has probably 10 more gallons of hydraulic fluid that needs to be put into it, and then that tractor is turnkey ready. So now I need to get this disc finished up. I need to put the scrapers on there, and there is one, oh yeah, right here, a broken U-bolt right there, which I have the U-bolt. I found one when I was cleaning the cab out. So I'm going to put the new U-bolt on that, try and get these scrapers on, and then I do need to get a new tire for the disc because, well, it's showing a little wear. Yeah. Told you it'd come today. Got the bill. $955. It's cheaper than motor oil. I'm having one of those days. You know, them days where the phone just constantly rings and you can't get nothing done. That is definitely today. I mean, it's to the point where I can't even pick the camera up and film some stuff because I know the phone's going to ring. But I am getting there on the scrapers. These things here, these are what they call scrapers. And what it does is, as the disc is turning, and if you get into some wet, heavier ground, this will actually build up with mud and dirt in here. And this is designed to knock it out of there and prevent it from building up. And when you get one or two of those, even just one I've seen, build up with mud in there, it doesn't allow the disc to cut into the ground and do its job. And because of the weight of the disc itself going across the ground, when that starts to build up, it like packs in there like concrete, and you'll spend probably a good 20 minutes of just beating that with a hammer and a chisel to get it out of there. It's not a fun time. Not that I know from experience or anything. I forgot to show you this. I got a box full of goodies for the planter, and I'll show you what they do here. When you have this planter set up to plant corn, you need plugs and caps. Plugs for the blower part, that's what this yellow thing is. That prevents seed from blowing back into this back row unit, because you don't use the back row units for planting corn, you use the front row units. So these are actually up out of the ground when you're planting corn, and you plug off the blower and you plug off the vacuum, and then that basically shuts this row unit off. So I have to do that on all 16 rows that we're not using when we're planting corn. And seeing as how I'm setting this up to plant corn first, I'm kind of doing it now. I'll probably be working on this in the next day or so and going through and getting those plugs and stuff installed. And I have shorter cylinder stops. They go right here. I don't know if you guys can see, hang on. This here is the cylinder for this back row unit. And there's a shorter stop that goes in here that's only 5.5 inches long. So it allows it to fold down a little bit, so this row unit doesn't hit that tank when the wing unfolds. So this will come down, the wing will unfold, but it still will keep this whole rake unit out of the ground for planting corn. Make sense? You'll see it when I pull the planters out and start setting them up. It'll all click and you'll understand. All right, I have a theory here. You remember that tire that I showed you earlier in the video, the wing tire I gotta get replaced? So I'm gonna get that tire replaced with a new tire. This next tire in here is weather cracked, so I'm gonna get that new tire put on. And then I'm gonna take the two new tires and I'm gonna put them on the inside of the main frame. I'm gonna put it in this position, in that position, and then I'm gonna take these two tires and put out on that wing, because they're older tires and the wings are not that big of a deal. And then that way I've got the two good tires on the main frame for transporting down the road. And a lot of times if there's a big crown in the road, those two tires are the two tires that take most of the weight of the disc going down the road. So if I replace those two tires with the brand new ones and put those tires on the wings, I should be good, in theory. But at this point, who knows? Okay, so the tire place finally called me back, and they are going to be out here Monday to do this tire for us. It is, which tire is it? It's this one. This front tire right here has got a bad leak in it, so they're going to put a tube in it for us. So in order for them to do it, they have to pull this tire off, break this tire down, and put it together. It's a job. Like, I don't want to do it. So they're going to take care of that on Monday, and they're going to bring out the 2 implement tires, but I have to take the implement tires off of here and have them sitting next to the tractor and have this disconnected from the tractor when they do the thing. So tomorrow I will pull those tires off, unhook this, and get the thing parked in a manner where they can work on it easily and go from there. All right, guys, I have the 2 big disc gangs to do left on the front for scrapers, and then the disc is done. Tomorrow I'm going to pull the tires off the disc, and I have to unhook the disc from the tractors, so Monday they can come out and work on that. So I'm going to work on the tire stuff in the morning. I don't know why the camera just shut off, but anyway, I'm going to wrap up the tire stuff tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to go out and start digging some ditches that I need to do at the other farm. So I might just make another video tomorrow. We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. I know this wasn't the best video in the world, but some days are going to have boring videos and others are going to have interesting videos. You guys know how it goes. All right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.